This is such a humongous plate. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for this. Hey guys, it's Tran here. Today I'm going to introduce you guys to something very special. Vietnamese Cơm Tấm, aka broken rice. So normally when you talk about Vietnamese cuisine, you know about the phở, the bánh mì. But how many people here actually know about broken rice? It's only the most popular Vietnamese rice dish of the whole country. We're actually here in District 4 on Hoàng Diệu Avenue, and down the street there should be a very popular Cơm Tấm spot, and we're gonna go there, check it out. I'm gonna tell you guys a little bit about the history of the broken rice a little bit later. But yeah, let's go get ourselves some Cơm Tấm, shall we? District 4 is actually very popular for a lot of local foods here.
And today, we're going to this spot called Calmette Broken Rice. The name Calmette is actually taken from the bridge that is located right beside. And if you ask me, that's a pretty smart way to name your business. It literally has the address within the name.
And since this is such a populated intersection, I would say they got a really good location for their business.
Having opened for more than 20 years, Calmette has become a familiar broken rice spot for many locals.
I cannot express how happy I am to be here today. Just the smell of charcoal grilled pork and the smell of exhaust fume coming out from the street. It is so Vietnam. Đến 3 giờ sáng luôn.
And as you can see, they're only a humble hole-in-the-wall restaurant with limited space. So limited that they had to borrow the neighbor's front yard and mechanic store after they closed for the day.
Lát nữa là quán của mình mở ra đây luôn mà đúng không?
Khoảng 6:30 bên đây về.
Let's talk about the food for today. Broken rice are simply steamed white rice that are smaller than normal grains. Because, you know, they're broken. Pretty straightforward, right? But what's really exciting are these topping choices. And these toppings usually vary depending on which location you're going to. And here are the 4 classic toppings that every broken rice spot should have, especially the grilled pork chops.
Mấy chục ký à?
Em thấy bình thường Cơm Tấm có nhiều chỗ là chỉ có sườn, bì, chả thôi. Mà ở đây là em thấy là chỉ có rất là nhiều topping.
Nhu cầu của khách thôi. Nhiều khi mình phải có nhiều món để cho nó thay đổi khẩu vị.
I think it is time to grab a plate for myself. All the smell seriously got me hungry. I ordered a classic 4 as I mentioned. They would pre-cut the piece of pork chop with a pair of scissors before adding the rest of the toppings. You can order any toppings that you like, but you should try the classic order as I did here. They also add some pickles, cucumbers, and some scallion oil for flavors.
Ồ, cảm ơn chị. So we got the food right here. This is called tứ quý, aka the classic sườn bì chả trứng, the most classic Cơm Tấm order in Vietnam. And look at this jug of fish sauce. You would think how important fish sauce is for a certain dish, especially when they have like a huge jug like this. And as you can see, the thickness of the fish sauce, meaning that there's caramel like sugar in there. I usually like my nước mắm to be a little bit spicy, so we're gonna add maybe just half a spoon. That is such a beautiful looking sauce right there. We also ordered some fried pork bits right here. These are the crunchy chicharron, and we're gonna add this to the Cơm Tấm. A little bit goes a long way. This is such a humongous plate. Now we're gonna work on disassembling it. So as you can see, we got the pork chops. Look how huge this thing is. Oh my god. Nicely grilled, nice color to it. Smells very nice. Check out the rice cream of the broken rice. The size is typically about half of what the normal rice you usually see. A little bit of that sweet fish sauce on top. That's a good start. Typically, the fish sauce for the broken rice, you want it to be very sweet. I'll have to get to this pork chop right now. It just looks so good. A little bit of fish sauce, you know how it is. The more you bite into it, the more flavors come out. This pork chop has probably been marinated for the past few days. Like, the flavors really come through. It's quite salty though, so maybe we don't need as much fish sauce as we think we might need. Let's try the bì right here. There's the julienne pork skin and shredded pork mixed together. A little bit of fish sauce on that thing. It's all about the texture. The shredded pork is really kind of chewy and crunchy. Adds to a nice bite. just keep working on that pork chop, shall we? I mean, this thing is not gonna go anywhere unless you start eating it. That's how you do it. Just grab a little bit of fish sauce for every single bite. I love the scallion oil. It's like a lubricant. In case the rice gets a little bit dry, you got the scallion oil to kind of lubricate things a little bit. Just try the here. Basically, egg mixed with minced pork and woody mushroom. The egg ratio is a lot. There's very little pork in this thing. And they also have a little bit of the salted duck egg yolk in there too. That's a good Dip that in the fish sauce. That's super savory. I love that. I like the egg ratio, which is the largest in this thing, and it just make it more fatty. And speaking of egg, we cannot forget there's a beautiful fried egg sitting right here in this plate. It's just a perfect fried egg. And look at that. Ooh, oh my god. Isn't that beautiful to see the egg yolk just start running all over the place like that? And don't forget to add just a little bit of fish sauce on that. Some pork rinds on top. This is the perfect Cơm Tấm plate right here. Like there's nothing to complain. Everything is on point. From the pork chop to the to the bay, even to the fried egg. Like everything is so on point. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for this. I want to tell you guys a little bit about the history of the Cơm Tấm. Why would they call it broken rice? Because it is exactly what it was, broken rice. During the early half of the 20th century in Vietnam, the people in the Mekong Delta, the farmers there, they were really poor. Every time they grow rice on the paddy field, in order to sell your rice, you gotta filter the rice out, right? Like the nice long grains of rice is gonna make it to the market. But if the rice happens to be broken, you can't sell those, right? There's no value. So broken rice is considered to be inferior and cannot make it to the market. So therefore, the rice farmer would keep those either for themselves or they would resell it to poor workers or students with no money. That has become like a dish for more or less poor people back in the day. During the urbanization of Saigon, the broken rice started to move towards the Saigon area. And you know how Saigon is. There's a lot of rich people there. People look at the rice and they're like, look at this. The rice look kind of small and cute, and people start to add toppings to the rice plate in order to appeal to more customers. Broken rice is more or less popular within the Saigon region, the southern region of Vietnam. So that's why when you visit Saigon, you gotta have yourself a plate of broken rice, a essential Saigon dish right here. If you work out at the gym, this will be a superb post-workout meal right here. You got carbs and a bunch of protein in this plate. Now I remember having a personal trainer once, and this is like his favorite post-workout meal actually.
But be careful guys, even though it's a great post-workout meal, this dish can become super addicting. It can make you buff, or it can make you over buff. Catch my drift?
Like I said, it's quite salty, so now I'm a little bit thirsty. Like not even the iced tea can cure it. We need something sweet. Let's go get some dessert. It is 5:30 right now in Ho Chi Minh City, and this is what our rush hour looks like. Even you have to be very careful while crossing the street because cars is coming from like 9 different directions. There's a little alley right here. Let's go in here and see if we can find some desserts. Like even in an alley, the motorpads won't even leave you alone. Like they're just everywhere in Saigon. Hello chú. Uncle just chilling on his moped. Like it's just another Friday for him. We gotta be careful. There are more bikes coming our way. Oh, look at this. We found a little food alley in here. pizza for only $2. That's crazy. I'm so glad that we found this little alley. Like I gotta do an episode here. Like I'm part of a picture. I don't know how to describe this feeling, you know? It's just like this alley welcome me. Like everywhere you see like vibrant LED lights and just food stands everywhere. It's like this is my kind of alley. This is my food alley. Oh, look at this. What is this? They say it's hot dog, but it doesn't look like the normal hot dog that you usually see, right? There's like a Vietnamese style hot dog right here. Cái này có nhân gì ạ?
Dạ anh nên có một cái hộp đậu phô mai, chả bông phô mai với lại phô mai không.
Ồ, có cái gì ngọt ngọt không?
Dạ ngọt.
Có cái sốt trứng muối đó.
Trứng muối thì hết rồi.
Ồ, hết rồi hả?
Dạ.
Hot quá rồi hết.
Dạ nó mới sợ.
Không sao. Anh đang tìm gì ngọt ngọt. Cảm ơn em. Không sao. Oh, there's some flan over here. Hello chị, tại sao bánh flan chị là có nhiều màu này là sao ạ? Oh, so we got cheese flan, we got coconut durian jelly, and a traditional sweet tofu.
This dessert spot is truly a hidden gem. While chatting with the owner, I find out that she would handmake all of these dessert items every single morning. None of these are store-bought.
Chị bán đây bao lâu rồi ạ? Mười mấy năm rồi ạ. Alright guys, dessert time. Finally, I need something sweet to wash that cơm tấm down. So they give you a glass of crushed ice as well, so you can just put the crushed ice into these desserts right here. Let's start with the flan, shall we? So I ordered a cheese flan. I had a lot of flans before, but cheese flan, I don't think I've had cheese flan before. Let's add a little bit of ice. This will help to cool the flan down a little bit. Let's see what cheese flan is all about. I mean, it looks like a normal flan to me. Whoa. Dude. That is just sweet and eggy. Oh man. I don't really taste the cheese though. There's not really cheese in this one. It's so creamy though, and very sweet too. I like it a lot. I think I found the cheese, guys. It's right here. Do you see? That's a piece of cheese right there. No wonder it's so creamy. Okay, let me give it a scoop. It's actually cream cheese. That's where all the fattiness and the creaminess coming from. That piece of cream cheese. Oh, you sneaky little guy. Man, that is really good. Next up is the coconut durian jelly. I think I can see the durian in the middle of it. So let's cut this in half. Oh, there we go. That's the durian right there. Look at that. It looks like some sort of custardy filling. And you got the tiny bits of coconut too. That is so good. This is actually real durian meat, and the taste is quite strong too. But if you get used to the taste of durian, you should enjoy this a lot. This right here is the sweet tofu. We're just gonna do the same, add a little bit of the ice on top. Sweet tofu is usually very soft. Like that's what I'm looking for in terms of texture. Look at this. Scoop it right up, just like that. Looks very milky. Sweet, soft and smooth. If you guys ever drink soy milk before, that's what it tastes like.
What I love about these desserts are that they're very small, compact, and easy to consume. Maybe a little bit too small for me that I need to look for something else. A round two.
Bánh phô mai sữa. I have no idea what this is actually. Cái bánh phô mai nướng này là món ngọt hả?
Dạ đúng rồi ạ. Có trong sữa đặc ạ.
Ăn trong miếng sữa đặc.
Dạ đúng rồi ạ.
Đây là lần đầu tiên em thấy cái bánh phô mai này luôn.
Dạ.
Ừ.
Món này là ít người bán lắm anh.
So apparently they're trying to melt this piece of cheese right here, but the oven is kind of heating up a little bit slow, so it just kind of been sitting there. But now that it's starting to melt, the smell starts to come out, the smell of grilled cheese. So this is what actual grilled cheese should look like, right? You actually have a piece of cheese on the grill. Rồi, ok, nên thử nhé. Cảm ơn em. The grilled cheese version that you see in America, which is like a sandwich with cheese in the middle and they just press it against the cast iron. But this, there's no sandwich, there's no bread. It's literally one piece of cheese on the grill. And she was saying we could have added like matcha powder or chocolate powder in here, but she recommended us to have just the grilled cheese along with the condensed milk on its own. Like you see that shiny layer of milk right there. That's the Vietnamese condensed milk. Really sweet this thing is. All right, let's go for the kill. The American version is like a salty dish pretty much, right? Like you dip it into the marinara sauce. But this thing is like a dessert version, which goes really well with condensed milk. And on the outside, you got a little bit of the crunch from the grill, which is really nice touch. You know what? I'm gonna ask her for a little bit of the matcha powder. Cho thử cái bột matcha đi. Matcha powder all covered up. Ooh. Whoa, there's way too much matcha than I expected. I'm gonna get rid just a little bit of the matcha and just brown this thing on more condensed milk. You're gonna mix the milk and the matcha a little bit so they can come together. I really like how they do the grilled cheese here. This is very different. That was a good day, guys. Great cơm tấm, amazing desserts. We found some Vietnamese grilled cheese that I didn't know I would enjoy so much. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Please remember to like the video and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And I'll see you guys in the next one.